I'm going to do a few tutorials on getting back to the basics because I am always asked to teach somebody how to knit, and it would be a good resource for somebody who is just learning how to knit to have a video that they can go to and watch over and over and over again. Because like I said, I've been asked a number of times to teach people how to knit, and I can't always be with them at every step of the way, and if they wanted to try and start a new project or just practice a little bit and I'm not around, this will hopefully help them to do that. So the first thing I'm going to teach everyone is how to cast on using the knitted cast on. And this is the cast on that I typically teach first to beginners, because it gets them using the knit stitch kind of so that they can move forward and start actually doing the knit stitch. The first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make a slip knot. And I always start with a slip knot. Some people prefer not to have a slip knot, but I always start with a slip knot. So the first thing you're going to do is just make a loop. And then you're going to bring your tail up through the loop to pull the tail through. This way you can pull the tail to change the size of the loop. Now let me show you that again. So you're going to make a loop. Here's your tail. It's going across the top. And then you're going to pull the tail up through the loop just like that. And then now you can pull the tail to adjust the size of the loop to fit it onto the needle. And now we are ready to start doing the knitted cast on. And all you do is you stick the needle into this loop that's on the other needle. You wrap the yarn from back to front around the back needle, and then you pull that yarn through the center of the other stitch. You're going to put this stitch, you're going to pull out enough of a loop so that you can put this stitch on the other needle. And what I always do is I take the left needle and go right up underneath that loop, and then I pull the working yarn to snug the loop up onto that needle. So let me show you that again. We're going to put the needle in from front to back, wrap from back to front. We're going to pull that loop through and pull enough of it through so that you can comfortably take your left needle and put it underneath that loop and then drop it off of your right needle. Again, put the needle in from front to back, and we're only going through the one loop. We're not going between the loops. Okay, so there's a front loop and a back loop, or a front leg and a back leg. There's a front leg and a back leg. We are going through that front leg. Okay, we are not going between the two stitches. We're not going between like this. Okay, we are going just through the front leg. We're wrapping it around. Pull that little loop through, pull it through enough so that you can slip your left needle through and pull it tight. I'm going to do a few more just so that you can kind of get the hang of it. You can always rewind this video to watch it again and again. And again, this is the knitted cast on. And I show this specifically because it starts to get the new knitter used to somewhat doing the knit stitch. It's a little bit different because in the knit stitch you actually remove the loop from the left needle. In this one, we are just adding more loops to the left needle. I'm also going to show you how to do it Continental. So if you are a Continental knitter, this will hopefully help you. It's the same concept. You still have to create a slip knot. But instead of wrapping with your right hand, you're going to pick. So again, we're still sticking the needle in from the front to back. We're going to kind of wrap. We're going to kind of pick that yarn. I like to hold the yarn there in place to kind of keep it stabilized. We're going to pull the yarn through, and we're going to slide it onto the left needle. And then we can kind of tug with our left hand, our finger there to kind of snug it up a bit. So we're going to come around from the back, kind of hold it there in place. Oops, I lost it. Hold it there in place and pull it through. Slip it onto the left needle and snug it tight. And you don't want to make it too extremely tight. You want to leave it loose enough where you can easily get your needle in there, and you don't want to make it extremely tight. You don't want to pull it, you know, really tight, because then you're going to have trouble with your second row. Again, come around the back of that yarn and pull it through. One more time for the Continental knitters. Come around the back and pull it through. And that's all there is to doing the knitted cast on. Thanks so much for watching. You can find more of my tutorials on my blog or on my YouTube channel. So please check them out. Thanks for watching.